calls off the jam, either after a total of 2 minutes, or if the jammer, lead jammer, does this signal, then she calls off the jam. Rob?
That's it. The lead jammer can touch her hips, and she can stop the other jammer from scoring any points. But right now, this is fast roller derby, and this, are you guys ready for some Lansing Derby Vixens roller derby?
All right, make some noise. First jam, 2 whistles starts the jammers. Dawn K. Kong is in for the Lansing Derby Vixens.
And Ted E. Bear is in for the Mid-Michigan Derby Girls. This first jam is sponsored by Cravings Popcorn in Old Town.
And your lead jammer for this jam is Dawn K. Kong.
And Teddy Bear has made it through the pack. But as you can see, the ref is crossing his hands, which means that she is not lead jammer. She can still score points.
Dawn K. Kong puts...
But Dawn K. Kong is not going to let her. Again, that first jam was brought to you by Cravings Popcorn in Lansing's Old Town. Best popcorn in town, in my opinion. And if you stick around, we are going to have some giveaways from Cravings Popcorn.
We're giving away popcorn.
We are giving away popcorn.
We're giving away popcorn. Cravings Popcorn.
That was a 2-point jam for the Lansing Derby Vixens and 0 for the Mid-Michigan Derby Girls.
1 whistle starts the pack. Two whistles. The jam is on.
Gluteus Maxine jamming for the Lansing Derby Vixens.
Your lead jammer. No, she must have created a penalty.
Gluteus Maxine cut the track, so she did not get lead jammer.
Mid-Michigan's jammer gets sent to the penalty box.
And Delia Bruises got sent to the penalty box. She did a major penalty of cutting the track. That is when you cross more than 2 players, or you cross the first blocker on the other team. Then that is a major track.
We have a grand slam. Gluteus Maxine just got 5 points on the board. Our first grand slam of the night. And one more again, another 5 points, a grand slam for Gluteus Maxine.
This is a power jam for the Lansing Derby Vixens. That means that the Mid-Michigan Derby Girls cannot answer any of these points right now. And Betty Cracker got sent back to the penalty box.
Another grand slam for Gluteus Maxine. Make some noise for the LDV.
That was a 20-point jam from Gluteus Maxine.
Was that 4 grand slams in a row? High def, 4 grand slams. That's amazing.
4 grand slams in a row.
We have some halftime activities. We have balloon races for the kids. And we also have some giveaways from Minna's Joint, East Lansing Food Co-op, Cravings Popcorn, and gift bags from Pavo Teas. And there's some adult beverages provided by the Lansing Center. Don't forget to get your swag at the merchandise table at the southwest corner. Ooh, we have a fall down from the Mid-Michigan Derby Girls jammer.
That is Short E Fuse jamming for the Mid-Michigan Derby Girls.
Jammer is Mean Norma Jean. Short E Fuse is working hard for Mid-Michigan, trying not to create a penalty. She's getting bounced around like a ping pong ball. Mean Norma Jean is working hard for the LDV. Emma knock you out, said to the Mid-Michigan Derby jammer, you're not getting past me. Ooh. A great. Is that 4 points? Sorry, 4 points. 4 points for Mean Norma Jean. 4. Jam on it. Jam on it. Ollie Always is putting her hip into it. Get down. Nasty Dog Bike doesn't want any of this.
Chaotic and Betty Cracker are on the floor for the Mid-Michigan Derby girls.
Mean Norma Jean is like, no.
I love some jammer on jammer action. And Norma Jean calls off the jam. That was a 5-point jam for the Lansing Derby Vixens. 29 points for your Lansing Derby Vixens. 0 for Mid-Michigan Derby girls.
Ladies have 30 seconds to regroup. How you guys enjoying it so far? That's what I'm talking about. 1 whistle starts the pack. And 2 whistles means we're jamming on it. We're jamming on it. 8-bit jam on jam action there.
Malicious intent sent to the penalty box for the Lansing Derby Vixens. I didn't see what the call was on that, but that is a power jam for the Mid-Michigan Derby girls, and Snuggles has lead jammer.
Oh, you got the nicknames and everything. Look at you, high def in the know. We have a power jam for Mid-Michigan Derby girls. Cotton Fire and Don K. Kong are trying to keep her from passing. A grand slam! Snuggle slam.
You saw that Don K. Kong had to let her go. She got too far away from the pack. You can only engage another jammer within 20 feet of the pack. Any more than that, and you get a penalty, so she had to let her go or be sent to the box.
Snuggles took a nasty slip and fall. Malicious Intent is doing everything she can to put points on the board for the LDV. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes has gone by. 4 whistle calls the jam.
That was 3 points for the Mid-Michigan Derby girls on that one. 29, they are Lansing Derby Vixens, to 8 for the Mid-Michigan Derby girls. Mean Norma Jean on the pivot line for the Lansing Derby Vixens. And in her debut for the Lansing Derby Vixens on the jam line is Bruise Hilda. She is going up against Delia Bruises.
Don't forget the after party tonight. Hang out with your favorite Derby girls. The after party is at the Wild Beaver Saloon.
And that is a place, not a euphemism. And Bruise Hilda is your lead jammer. Bruise Hilda, if you were here last time, she was one of our referees. She is now switched over, and she is one of our skaters now. And as you can tell, we are glad to have her.
Ooh! Bruce Hilda takes a hit, but makes it through. Is that a grand slam?
I can't rock so naturally. I said now that you've learned the deal, let me tell you why I'm so real. I'm Cosmo D from outer space.
Bruce Hilda gets a grand slam up in here. 5 points on the board for the Lansing Derby Vixens. Another grand slam. Bruce Hilda really putting in some work. First time out and putting on a great show for the Lansing Derby Vixens.
Delia Bruce is still trying to make her way out of the pack for the first time, so every time Bruce Hilda goes through, it is another
grand slam, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise. That's 3 in a row. And she calls off the jam. Jam on it. Jam on it. Jam on it. I'd like to thank the
15 points for the Lansing Derby Vixens in that last jam.
I'd like to thank the Lansing Center for allowing us to be here. I'd like to thank Michigan Brewing Company, Minna's Joint, Modern Skate and Surf in Frandor, Steve Jinks, Lisa Fink, Greater Lansing Sports Authority.
Yeah, I think I saw over there with Randy. Who's rocking the mic, you know?
Rock of Shove hitting Teddy Bear right off the line.
Wow, a little jammer on jammer action. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. They're fighting. Oh, sorry, jammer. Sorry.
Rock of Shove is your lead jammer. Proud member of the Big Girls Club.
Teddy Bear just, ooh, that's why they call it the suicide seats, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to get a Derby girl in the lap tonight. 4 points for Rock of Shove. Teddy Bear gets a whip.
And we had another Derby girl end up in the suicide seats. That's all right. She landed on a couple rugby players. They can take it.
I'd like to thank the EMTs for being here tonight, but hopefully they won't be used. But the way this is going, somebody in the audience might need a little help from their friends.
Mercy Ambulance brought out all the stops today, and Rock of Shove calls off the jam.
Got some quick thank yous. Lansing Urgent Care, Westside YMCA of Lansing, Underground Printing, ASAP Printing, Oak Hill Dental, Joe Vermillion, Sally, Trashy Tulip Buyer, Jam on it.
Mean Norma Jean, jamming for the Lansing Derby Vixens.
Who is that? And your lead jammer is
Eraser. There is a lot of history between these two teams. Lansing Derby Vixens, as you know, have been around for just over a year. But when we decided to become a team, since none of us knew how to play Derby, we had to go find another team to teach us the ropes. And that team was Mid-Michigan Derby Girls. We would not have a team today if it were not for Chaotic and Betty Cracker from the Mid-Michigan Derby Girls.
Eraser takes a hit from Cotton Fire, and Eraser calls off the jam.
After scoring 4 points. It is 51 for your Lansing Derby Vixens and 14 for the Mid-Michigan Derby girls. I'd like to say hello to everybody watching our live stream. We are actually live streaming this bout on the internet, the worldwide interwebs, at livestream.com, livestream.tv, one of those, / Lansing Derby Vixens. Well, if you're here, you're not watching it, and if you're watching it, you have the right address. So.
And your lead jammers, Malicious Intent for the Lansing Derby Vixens.
Malicious Intent just won her class of the Hawk Island Triathlon this past weekend.
Oh my goodness!
And she celebrates by busting through.
Grand Slam. 5 points on the board for LDV by Malicious Intent. Heidi ho, no you didn't, took a nasty turn at nasty fall at turn 4. Malicious wasn't going down. 7 and 7 went down instead. Tattoo Barbie was doing all she can. A grand slam for Malicious Intent. 5 more points on the board.
Interesting note about that triathlon that she just won. She actually got a better time than her boyfriend.
Oh.
He is still not happy about that.
Malicious is in the penalty box. Malicious.
They just called no pack. That means that the pack was spread too far. All of the girls have to stay within 10 feet of each other. Otherwise, a no pack situation is called, and they have to let the jammer through.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you enjoying yourselves this evening up in here? SMACKalaureate, what a glorious day. I know I'm having a good time.
It is graduation season.
Don't forget the after party is at the Wild Beaver Saloon. They have drink specials all night long. $2.75 Labatt and Labatt Light Tall Boys. Patron shot. Is this a power jam? It's a power jam for Mid-Michigan Derby girls. Teddy Bear. It's the jammer for Mid-Michigan Derby. But they're not making it easy for her. She takes a fall at turn 2. Gets back up. And your lead jammer, Snuggles Teddy Bear. That's 320, isn't it? Yeah, 320 Teddy Bear.
Lansing Derby Vixens have some new sponsors I'd like to thank. KI Technology Group in East Lansing.
A grand slam for Teddy Bear. 5 points on the board for the Mid-Michigan Derby girls.
And Malicious Intent gets through the pack after completing her penalty. And Teddy Bear calls off the jam before Mull can score any points. As I said, KI Technology Group, new sponsor for the Lansing Derby Vixens. We're a big supporter of women-owned businesses and like to give them as much publicity as we can. KI Technology Group, owned by Linda Lynch out in East Lansing. You got computer problems? Give KI a call. They'll clean that computer right up. Get it running like it's supposed to.
How you doing tonight? Are you shy? How you doing?
Good.
Who's your favorite Derby girl?
I don't know their names, but the one that was just in the penalty.
I don't remember. Malicious intent?
Donkey Kong is lead jammer. Unfortunately, this will be the last Lansing Derby Vixens bout for Donkey Kong, and we are very sad about it.
How you doing?
Donkey Kong gets through the pack
Who's
for
your
a grand slam for your Lansing Derby Vixens. Another 5 points on the board for Lansing Derby Vixens.
Who's your favorite Derby girl?
Rock of Show.
Woo!
And Delia Bruises got sent to the penalty box. That is a power jam for the Lansing Derby Vixens.
And a grand slam for Donkey Kong. 5 points on the board for LDV. Who's your favorite Derby girl?
Rock of Show.
Bam! 4 whistles, calls off the jam, calls off the jam. Who's your favorite Derby girl?
Oh, Donkey Kong for sure, yeah!
Woo, that's what I'm talking about. Enthusiasm up in here.
This jam is going to start out as a power jam with Gluteus Maxine on the jam line for the Derby Vixens. And Audrey Floorburn on the pivot line. LDV is starting a player down, though, as Nasty Dogbite is sitting in the box. Once again, in the dog pound.
So this is a slow jam start to help out the jammer. And your lead jammer is Gluteus Maxine. This is a strategic thing that's happening here. They're making sure that the jam is slow. Make it easy for Gluteus Maxine to pass the pack.
And Nasty Dogbite has re-entered the jam. She has to re-enter behind the pack when she comes in from the penalty box. You can't just go right into the front.
Mid-Michigan is doing a great job of putting up a wall, but looks... Ooh!